Om.
Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Pranaschakshu Atho Balamindriya Nicha Sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakurya Mama Brahma Nirakarod Anirakaranamastvanirakaranam me astu tadatmani nirateya upanishadsu dharmaste mayi santu te mayi santu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Mahopanisad, chapter 5, mantra 8. Now, the 7 stages of Ajnana, ignorance, are being described. Read 8.
Bijam Jagrat Tatha Jagrat Mahajagrat Tathaiva Cha Jagrat Swapnastatha Swapnaha Swapna Jagrat Sushuptikam.
Bija Jagrat, not Bijam Jagrat, Bija Jagrat. 1. Tatha, so also. Jagrat. 2nd, Mahajagrat. 3rd, Tathaivacha, so also. Jagrat Swapnaha. 4th, Tatha, accordingly. Swapnaha. 5th, Swapna Jagrat. 6th, Sushuptikam, Sushupti. 7th. So these are the 7 stages of Ajnana. Bija Jagrat, Jagrat, Mahajagrat, Jagrat Swapna, Swapna, Swapna Jagrat, Sushupti. What are they? Will be described. First, these are the 7 that is told. Continue.
Iti saptavidho mohaha punaresha parasparam Shlishto bhavatyanekagryam Shrunu lakshanamasya.
Iti saptavidha moha esha punaha parasparam slishtaha anekagram bhavati asya tu lakshanam shru. Lakshanam shru. Iti, thus means what? Having enumerated the 7 names, thus moha, ignorance. Moha here is ignorance. Saptavidha bhavati is 7-fold. Is 7-fold. Eshaha means this sevenfold ignorance. Punaha, further, parasparam shlishtaha, mixing with one and other, means by mixing among themselves, paraspar shlishta, anekagram bhavati, becomes innumerable in number, like different permutation combinations of this. Anekagram bhavati. Asya, asya means of this ignorance, which is sevenfold, the laksha, tu lakshanam shunu. Please now, Nidaga, listen to the characteristic feature of these seven stages of Ajnana. Continue.
Prathamam chetanam yat syad anakhyam nirmalam chitaha bhavishyat chitta jivadi nama shabdartha bhajanam.
Prathamam. Now, what is meant by Bija Jagrat, or what is this Bija Jagrat avastha of Ajnana that is being described? Prathamam yat syat anakhyam nirmalam chitaha chetanam. Prathamam yat syat anakhyam nirmalam chitaha chetanam bhavishyat chitta jivadi nama shabdartha bhajanam. That is what Bija Jagrat will be told after. The entity that happens to be this at the first instance, appears to be so in the first instance. Prathamam, in the beginning, first of all. Yat syat, whatever that happens like this, what is that? Anakhyam nirmalam chitaha chetanam. Whatever that sentience, chetanata, sentience that appears from the chit, chaitanya, which is anakhyam, which cannot be described because it is beyond the range of words. Again, it is nirmalam, nirmalam, totally free from upadhis, pure in nature. So such one, Prathamam. What is it? Chetanam. Chetanam. And it is further called by different names. Bhavishyat means in future. Future means first it appears as Chetanam, sentience. Thereafter, in future, Bhavishyat, Chitta. It is called Chitta, Antakarana, the mind. Jiva, and the individual entity, Jiva, Adi, Nama, Shabdartha, Bhajanam. It has got the names and its meaning. Shabdartha, Bhajanam means becomes the receptacle of these names and the forms. Bhavishyat, Jivadi Nama, Shabdartha, Bhajanam. What is it? This is what is called as Bija Jagrat, is told in the next mantra. Continue.
Bija rupa sthitam jagrat bija jagrat taduchyate एषा ज्ञप्तिर्नवावस्था त्वजाग्रत् संस्थितिं शृणु।
जागृत बीज रूपम स्थितम। जागृत बीज रूपम स्थितम इति इति तत् बीज जागृत उच्यते। एषा ज्ञप्तेः नवावस्था त्वम् एषा ज्ञप्तेः नवावस्था त्वम् एड अधुना जागृत संस्थितिं शृणु। जागृत संस्थितिं शृणु। जागृत बीज रूपम स्थितम means whatever that is available in the form of the seed of Jagrat, it should be taken as Jagrat Bija Rupena Sitam. Bija Rupam has to be taken as Bija Rupena. Whatever that abides are available in the form of the seed or the cause of waking state of consciousness. Sitam, that is Tat. Such a thing is called what? Bija Jagrat Uchyate. Called as Bija Jagrat. Whatever that happens to be the cause of waking state of consciousness, that state of ignorance is called as what? Bija Jagrat. And what exactly it is? Esha. Esha means Bija Rupa Jagrat Avastha. The Jagrat Avastha in the form of Bija. Bija Rupa Jagrat Avastha. Jnaptehe Navavastha. It is the first seeming appearance of Jnapti, the Chaitanya Tattva Chit. The first seeming appearance distinct from Chaitanya. Distinct from Chaitanya. So that is what is called as Bija Jagrat. See, why it is said Chaitanya is sentience only? No, that cannot be, because when you say Chaitanya is sentience, you have taken for granted Jada inert. In Chaitanya, Jada inert is not there. And therefore, this word sentience or Chaitanya itself is inapplicable to Chaitanya. For our Vyavahara, we are using the word Chit or Chaitanya. Truly, it is not possible because Sachetanata is with respect to Jada. From that standpoint means you have already cast the creation here. You have already taken the Jada for granted and you are calling it as what? Chetanam. So you call it as what? Chetana. So that is how it is called as what? Prathamam Chetanam as what? The Jnaptehe, new Navavastha, a new state as it were. A new state as it were of Chaitanya. Now, this much is the description of what? This first Bija Avastha. Bija Jagrat. Bija Jagrat. Now the second one, Jagrat. So that is being now described. Tvam Udidakayu. Aduna. Aduna means now. Jagrat Samsthitim Shunu. Shruno, please listen to Jagrat Samskriti. Jagrat Samskriti means Jagrat Avastha. What is meant by waking state of consciousness? Here called as Jagrat. What is it? Please listen. Continue.
नवप्रसूतस्य पराद् अयं चाहमिदं मम इति यः प्रत्ययः स्वस्थः तज्जाग्रत् प्रागभावनात्
Parat, Paradayam. Parat, Navaprasutasya. And Jivasya. Jivasya. Ayam, Aham, Idam, Mama, Cha. Iti Yaha Pratyayaha. Yaha Pratyayaha. No, Yaha Swachha Pratyaya. Take that way. Yaha Swachha Pratyaya. Tat Jagrat. Pragabhavana. Pragabhavana. Parat. Here you cannot take param as Paramatma, etc. No. Para also means the other one. The other one, from the other one. What is the other one? Parat. Karya Rupa. From Chit Chaitanya. Whatever that appeared as Chetana. See, when you say whatever that appeared as Chetana means, Upadhi has already come into existence. Even Ajnana is Upadhi. And don't think Chidabhasa or reflected Chit Chaitanya is only Antakarna. It is there in its cause, Ajnana. It is there in its cause, the Maya. Maya also Chidabhasa. Ajnana is also has much Chidabhasa. And obviously, their products, Antakarna, has got Chidabhasa. So, Parad means Karya Rupa Chetana. Nava Prasutasya. Add Jivasya. Of the Jiva who is now newly born. Newly appears to be that. All these notions, what are those notions? Tvam. No, not Tvam. Ayam. Aham. Idam. Mama. Cha. Iti yak pratyaya. Iti yak pratyaya. The notions such as, what are those? Ayam, this one. Ayam. Aham, me. Again, idam, this. Mama, mine. See, you can verify this. When you wake up from sleep, first thought that comes into your mind is what? Me, I. A general sense of, a general notion of I. Obviously, it is in the body. Afterwards, its role may be that comes in the mind. Me, so and so, like this, all with all relations, etc. But first, as nirvishesha, without specific features, the notion of I-ness comes. That is how then this mind, all those things come. So therefore, ayam, aham, idam, mama iti, such yaha pratyayaha, whatever notion pratyaya, swachha, clear, clearly evident. Or swachha pratyaya, a very clearly evident notion. That one notion is what? Jagrat. It is called Jagrat. Why so Jagrat? Because Praga Bhavana. It was not there before it has come into existence. Something, a wakefulness as it were, which was not there before it came into existence. Now the third stage will be described. Continue.
Ayam sohamidam tanme iti janmantaroditaha pivara pratyaya proktaha mahajagraditi sputam.
Now what is this Mahajagrat? Ayam Saha. This entity is that person correlating. Or some people take it as Ayam as this Ayam Saha as what? Virat, the macrocosmic deity of entire subtle bodies. Some take it. Or you can simply say Ayam Saha, this, that. Aham idam, I am this. Tat me, or idam aham, I am this. Tat me, that belongs to me. Iti pivaraha pratyaya. Pivara means fat, in the sense strong. Such strong pivaraha pratyaya notion. From where has it come? Janmantaroditaha, born from the samskaras in the past life. All the samskaras are there. But what surface is that is missing? Whatever relevant to the present embodiment is surface. Others are there hibernating. What they call as subconscious mind, etc. Conscious mind and subconscious mind. Because these samskaras are there. At times it happened once, many years back. A great Bhagavata Kathaka, some Nambudri, very famous and a very devout person, Acharya, etc., etc. But unfortunately, something happened. Something went wrong in the brain. anatomically. And in that, this will talk, shout, etc. So bad, at times vulgar, which cannot be tolerated. You're not aware of it. But some, because and many innumerable past lives are there, software was there. Fortunately, he got cured from that. He is not aware of anything at all. So, for in every man, animal samskaras also are hidden there. Because who knows what all embodiments he has taken in the past lives. But what is suiting now, that comes first. At times it may go a little deeper also. Then such, that means very deeply rooted samskaras surfaces. Anyway, Pivaraha, fat in the sense strong, pratyayaha. From where is it born? Janmantaroditaha. Born from the samskaras of the past life. That one is called as what? Mahajagrat prokta. It is Putam. It is called as Mahajagrat. It is Putam means so it is well known. So it is well known. Ayam, yes, Piva Pataya, Mahajagrat is Putam. How many are over now? Bija Jagrat is defined, described. Jagrat is described. Mahajagrat is described. Now, fourth stage comes now. What is that? Jagrat Swapna. Jagrat Swapna. Let us see. Continue.
arudhamathavarudham sarvatha tanmayatmakam yajjagrato manorajyam yajjagrat swapna uchyate.
Arudham athava rudham sarvatha tanmayatmakam yat jagrataha manorajyam tat jagrat swapnaha uchyate. Arudham athava rudham. Whatever which is manorajyam. You know what is manorajya? Castles in the air. No? Build manoratha. Building the castles in the air, we call. Whatever manorajya is, just imagining something, which is arudham. Rudham means literally not grown, in the sense vague. Something imagined but vaguely. Athavati or athava rudham. Rudham is intense. Imagination is very intense. Either vague imagination or intense imagination called manoraj. But sarvatha, by all means. What is that by all means? By all means, in the sense, whether Arudha or Rudha, whether vague or intense, whether vague or intense. But it is Tanmayatmakam. Tanmayatmakam in the sense Manomayatmakam. Manomayatmakam. It is Tanmayatmakam, Manomayatmakam. Yet whatever Jagrataha Manorajyam, the castles in the air while awake, Tad Jagrat Swapnaha Uchyate. It is called the dream during the waking. Or what you call building the castle in the air. That's Manoraj. Just imagination. Uchyate. Now, what is Swapna? The fifth state of ignorance that is being described. Continue.
Vichandrashuktikarupya mrugatrushnadibhedatah abhyasam prapya jagruttat swapno nanavidho bhavet.
Dvichandra Shuktika Rupya Mrugatrishnaadi Bhedatah Abhyasam Prapya Jagrat Tat Swapnaha Nanavidha Bhavet. So that is now this way. Dvichandra Shuktika Rupya Mrugatrishna Adi Bhedata Abhyasam Prapya Tat Jagrat Swapnaha Nanavidha Bhave. Nanavidha Bhave. So like this. What is it? Dvichandra. Like appearance of two moons. Moon is only one, but the patients having cataract see more than one moon, two moons, each other. Not only that, if you see if you hold your finger in front of your eyes, directed towards the moon, there appear to be two moons. Each other. Shuktika Rupya. Shell appearing as silver. Mrugatrishna. Desert appearing as the mirage. Desert appearing as mirage. Adi Bhedataha. Adi Bhedataha. In such different ways as such. Abhyasam Prapya. Having practiced means having experienced such things repeatedly as such. Repeatedly as such. Having repeatedly Prapya. Tat Jagrat Swapnaha Nanavidha Bhavet. So Tat Jagrat. Such wakefulness. In the sense, such experiences like that in the waking state. Jagrat Swapnaha Bhave. That is called as what? Jagrat. The Jagrat Swapna Bhavit. Of course, this is not Swapna. This is explanation of Jagrat Swapna only. 14th we saw the Jagrat Swapna. Same is continued further. Whereas actual Swapna is going to come in the next mantra. This is only Jagrat Swapna only. Such experiences, what is that? Vichandra, Shuktika Rupya, Mrugatrishna, Adi Bhedata, Abhyasam Prapya. Having practiced means which has become customary. Repeatedly we come across such experiences. That such experiences during the waking. Jagrat Swapna. What Jagrat Swapna? Nana Vidha Bhave. It can be manifold. Varieties of them may be there. Our stock example of Rajju Sarpa. Rope appearing as a snake is what? Jagrat Swapna only. So like this, such innumerable examples can be there. Now the actual Swapna, the fifth stage. Continue.
अल्पकालं मया दृष्टम् एतन्नोदेति यत्र हि परामर्शः प्रबुद्धस्य सस्वप्न इति कथ्यते.
Maya alpakalam drishtam. Etat punaha na udeti yatra hi prabuddhasya kevalaha add prabuddhasya add kevalaha paramarshaha add bhavati paramarshaha bhavati saha sapnaha iti kathyate saha sapnaha iti kathyate. Maya alpakalam drishtam. This was seen by me for a small period of time, just for a while, for a few moments as it were. So which was seen by me, drishtam. I saw it for a while only, and punaha further. Etat na udeti. It is not going to be born again like that. It is thus, or such. Yatra hi paramarshaha. Where such paramarsha here means smriti, remembrance. Where such memory comes in picture. I just experienced, or I just saw it for a while, but it is not born again as such. So when remembers like this, and when it happens, prabuddhasya, on waking up means on coming out of that particular state, kevalaha paramarsha, only a memory, not actual seeing, etc., not actual experience, but only a memory. Bhavati saha sapnaha iti kathyate. It is called as what? Sapna. It's called as the dream. So it is called as what? Dream. Now the sixth one. Swapna Jagrat. Continue.
Chiram sandarshanabhavat aprafullam bruhadvachaha chirakalanuvruttistu swapno jagradivoditaha.
Chira Sandarshana Bhava Aprafullam Brihadvachaha Chirakalanuruttistu Swapna Jagradivoditaha. Actually, it goes with the next line also. Swapna Jagraditi Proktaha. Adva Jagrati api Parispurat. Jagrati api Parispurat. That which is like this. What is this Swapna Jagrat? Chira Sandarshana Bhava. Aprafullam. Not Prafullam. Chira Sandarshana Bhava. Aprafullam. Which is not Prafulla. Prafulla means Vikasita, prominent. Vikasita, prominent. But this is Aprafulla. Avikasita means not prominent. Not prominent. Why so? Chira Sandarshana Bhava. Because of its appearance continuously for a long period. Because of lack of continuity of its appearance for a long period is what it is. Aprafullam, not prominent. At the same time, Brihadvachaha. Literally, it means a big sentence in the sense full of many activities vividly present there. In dream, many activities can be seen, but just for a while. So that is the Brihadvachaha. At the same time, Chirakala Anuvrittis. There in that experience, it appears to prolong for a long period. So Chirakala Anuvrittis. Sapnaha Jagrad Iva Udita. See, dreams last for few seconds. Jiva is in the nadis, nerves in the throat region during the dream. That's what Yoga Shastra says. Then only dream is. In sleep, Jiva goes back in the Hardakasha, Hridayakasha, space in the heart, because through the Puritat, the covering vesture of the heart, from where, from a specific place, all nadis emerge. Having totally withdrawn the nadis, and then jiva enters the Hardakasha. And after waking, it retraces back up to Indriyas, and through Indriyas, external world. But in dream, that jiva is abiding in the throat region, kanta, sthana, in a specific nadis. But, and it is for a while, and yet it may appear as if for a long period. For example, there was one emperor called Lavana, and he did Rajasoya yaga. But how did he do? Not actual Rajasoya yaga. He did it Manasa Rajasoya yaga. Mentally, he did the Rajasoya yaga. One day, in his court, a Shambhara came. Shambhara means magician. But he was not looking at the ordinary magician. As if the divine glow was there in him. But he was a magician. He came with a beautiful horse and told the emperor, King, O king, this horse is meant for you. Only persons like you can make use of it. Lavana saw it. What happened was, sitting on the throne, Lavana, for outward appearance, dozed off. Of course, emperor is to be tired, and say, all the members in the assembly, they were waiting for him to wake up. After a while, suddenly he woke up. And he was much disturbed. He was much affected. Meanwhile, there is neither Shambhara nor horse. During this, they disappeared from them. Then the king narrated what dream he saw. That is a big story, yes. He had gone for a hunting, riding on that horse. He lost his ways. No one from his retinue, the guards, etc., were nearby. He could not retrace. He was roaming here and there with scorching sun, no water drink, very hungry. At that time, one tribal young girl was passing by with a big piece of meat. The king was very hungry. He requested the girl, will you please give me a little for eating? She said yes, but on one condition. She could see he is a prince, he is a king. But on one condition, you have to marry me. Now this king was in such a agonizing state that he wants the food. He said, well, yes. Then she took him to her father and proposed. Father agreed. They married. And it continues. He had and he continued as the son-in-law of the tribal person with this girl as his wife. Then lot of calamities befell. Famine, this, that, da, 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 da. And as if he had lived for 60 years. Children died and always total calamitous life. He had undergone. It's such a lot of suffering for about 60 years in dream. Suddenly woke up. Yeah, what is this? Meanwhile, they understood that the handiwork of who? The Shambhara, magician. At the same time, they realized that magicians wait for some reward. He didn't wait for any reward, he just disappeared. Actually, he was sent by Indra with a specific purpose. So he asked the members who were in the assembly, what is it all about? Why should I experience like this? One of them was sage Vasishtha. Sage Vasishtha, with yogic power, delved in the past of the king. And he said, O king, this Shambhara magician was sent to you by Indra so that you can gain the promised result of Rajaswa Yaga, for which 1 lakh was there. One deficiency was there. What is that? In Rajaswa Yaga, a horse is sent around, and whosoever catches that horse has to give a fight with the king, means the king defeats them and conquers them. Conquers them. So, as far as the Lavana was concerned, see, he was doing Manasa Puja. He has not sent the horse, etc. Sending the horse, etc. means what? So much of pain, struggle, misery he has to undergo. Sorrows he has to undergo. He has not gone, means what? Rajaswa Yaga was not complete. As a result, he was not eligible to get the Rajaswa Yaga Yajna. Indra wanted to get him that, and therefore through this magic, he was made to undergo an experience of such a dream, drastic dreamness. But what is the point is, he experienced for 60 years. Actually, it was for a while only. So that is how Alpakalam Maya Drishtam. I saw it for a while only, but that if it is now that it is not born again as such a thing, and also further, Chira Sandarshana Bhavat Aprapullam. Truly, it was not continuing for a long period. It was very Aprapullam, means what? Not prominent, but experience was that way as well. Brihadvachaha has got so much of details in that. See? So that is how, though continues for a while, Chirakalan Vrittistu appears as though it has what? Continued for a very long period. Why even that? Even the story of Harishchandra, the tussle between Vasishtha and Harishchandra, and you know that story. He lost kingdom. His wife went away with the same. No, his wife was that. Son was there. The son died because snake bite, and he was what is that? A watchman in the crematory ground. A crematory ground as such. So, cremation ground. but they have to pay some money for burning the dead body. She had no money as such. So he was ready to behead, and then Vishnu came and stopped it. But it continued for many years. It was very vivid. But after all, it was a dream. So, Chira Sandarshana Bhava, because of absence of this, yes, for absence of for a long period, and yet Chira Kala Anuvritti appears to be there for a very long period. So therefore, that is that Sapnaha. It is called a Sapna. Why? Jagradiva Uditaha. Appears like waking. See, look, in the dream, whatever dream is like waking only at that time. After waking up, you say it is a dream. So therefore, that is what is the called as what? Sapnaha. Continue.
स्वप्न जागरदिति प्रोक्तम जागरत्यपि परिस्फुरत षडवस्था परित्यागः जड़ा जीवस्य या स्थितिः.
Swapna Jagrati Proktaha. It is called as what? Swapna Jagrat. Swapna Jagrati Proktaha, or it's also, it is Jagrat only. It is also sometimes called what? Swapna Jagrati, they also called. Why? Jagrati api parisparati. Appears like waking. It appears like waking. But anyway, it is Swapna. Now the sleep. Shadavastha parityagi. Beyond the range of these 6 stages, or free from this, free from these, free from all these 6 stages. Jivasya ya jadasiti. Whatever the state of jiva wherein he is jada, inert, not aware of anything at all. So, that is what is called as what? The sleep will be told in the next line. Bhavishyad dukkha bodhadya sa gatihi saushuktihi uchyate. Such a state of stupor, inertia, inertness of the jiva is called saushupti, is called as sleep. Why? Another feature of that. Bhavishya dukkha bodhadya, which is filled with bodhadya, bodha sampanna, endowed with, filled with bhavishya dukkha, the future sorrows that are going to come in the waking state and the dream state. Sa gatihi. Gatihi means that state is called what? Saushuktihi uchyate. It is called a deep sleep state. We'll continue.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणा सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ